What if I told you that you are in a quantum electromagnetic prism that has hijacked your consciousness and pushed it into this reality so you can curate the reality that they have programmed you to simulate? And quantum physics actually proves this. Follow me, follow me. I know it's complex, but I'm gonna break it down for you. Stay with me. So we all know about the Zerber effect, right? I want you to hold that in the back. We're going to bring that back to the front. We're going to bring this all together, okay? So we do understand that everything is made out of atoms. Atoms is 99% nothingness potential energy. You are actually a super atomic being in a super fixed position, as long as you don't respond to your environment, the environment that you are creating and collapsing based on your perception of you, which has been manipulated from birth. Okay, so you are actually programmed, because it's also been studied that we do compute everything just the same as computers do, and computers were actually based on us. Yes, we are the blueprint and model for what technology is built off of. So you have a thing called computational computing. Yeah, and that goes on in the hexagonal lattices within your brain. Okay, follow me. So what that means is that you are collapsing this electromagnetic field into whatever you want it to be, and that is based on your perception of you, which has been programmed into you from birth. Not only is that going on, but you also have conscious Wi-Fi that allows for the government to connect to the consciousness of every super atomic being, and all of the NPCs and Agent Smiths that are in the system as well. They can connect just like they exposed it in the movie The X-Men. And do you want to know what those hydrogen colliders are doing? Just like in the X-Men, they're opening up motherfucking portals to these interdimensional beings that are wanting to drain you of your light in your life and your solar body, so that way you can have the opportunity to surpass them in your godship. This is all being dropped in CIA documents that confirm superhuman abilities. Let's go to the clip. This is the X-Men, mind you, showing you the hydrogen collider, how they can travel through space and time by combusting these particles. Yes. Showing you that the Nazi war was not what you think it was. And putting you into an alternate reality. This is technology that they've had since the 50s. You get what I'm saying? This is how they wanted to mimic the all-seeing eye. This is the technology. Yes, right in your face.
So I think Trump doesn't know about Greenlandic people. We don't really value cash and Kardashian lips and fake boobs and stuff like that very highly. Actually, you cannot even own land in Greenland. You can get an allotment for your house, and then you own the house on top of the land. But Greenlanders don't believe in the land is for one person, is for everyone. And so is the seas, like the riches that we have there. So it's a big miscalculation that he thinks that Greenlanders would be incited by cash or something like that. We're not. And even if you were to say like $100,000 per person or something like that, we wouldn't give up free healthcare. We wouldn't give up free education. We wouldn't give up being a part of Europe. We wouldn't give up on our sovereignty eventually. And we're a very sovereign people within the Kingdom of Denmark. We're autonomous right now. We do not want to be rich like the Americans are. See how greedy they are. They're even trying to shoot their friends or invade their friends just for greed. And we know that there's minerals and oils possibly in our underground, and that's worth so much more even than that. But even if we didn't have that, we would still not be bought. So everyone here knows about the Inuit in Alaska and all of the native tribes, Indians, American Indians who are there. Their land was taken from them and they haven't been treated that well in America. And we know that Trump is very much surrounding himself, at least with the white power people. And we are not white, as you can see. We are of color. And so we know our rights probably would be taken away. And we also know that we're very good as we are together with Denmark. As mentioned before, we have free healthcare, we have free study. Whatever you want to study, you can do that for free. And actually, government will give you money to study. So while you're studying, you're getting a grant from your government. So all of that we wouldn't trade for, like the welfare state. We wouldn't trade for anything in America. But also, you have to remember, a lot of Greenlanders have family, like their mother or father or grandmother or grandfather who's Danish. We do have a 400 years history together or more in terms of being interconnected in that way. So, and we're also seeing a lot of protests in America right now that is unsettling with the ICE agents who are sort of going after a lot of people. And from here, it looks like maybe he's going a lot after brown people. And we are considered brown people, as you can see. So, yeah, we would rather stay with Denmark. Thank you. America has had up to 17 bases here, and they have closed them all down except for one, the Bidufik Space Base. And America could amp up the base presence, their military presence, and even their military capabilities here all they wanted to. So that is not the argument. And of course, everyone in Greenland knows this. We may not be many, but we read, we're educated, and we know about the news of the world, right? Especially regarding our own country. So we know about the treaties that we have with America. This is very much akin to when you have a dog sledge team, when he's using that analogy, and one of the dogs all of a sudden turns around and bites you. You have to take it out of the kennel. You have to take it outside and shoot it. Of course, we're not going to shoot Americans. We're peaceful people, but you cannot trust that dog anymore forever. America has 10,000 soldiers who are for combat in Arctic society. Finland alone has 35,000. We also could impose if we wanted to escalate stuff, we could also impose like dropping all American Treasury bonds, right? That would hurt. We also have, when you look at France and Canada and all of the allies that are coming to our rush right now, a very big arsenal actually of soldiers and of weapons especially. I mean, America had to borrow Denmark's warship for Arctic seas. So, I mean, it's not a given that America would win here. We fought alongside America in a lot of other wars around the world because we wanted to adhere to the treaties that we had gone through. But they have seen that some of the street fighting in Syria, for example, has been very, very hard on Western soldiers, right? I imagine it would probably be the same in Greenland. It would be like something else. So I wouldn't laugh it off, but of course nobody wants war and nobody wants to be invaded. Of course there are bad chapters with Denmark and Greenland because we have a 400-year history. But actually I also saw a YouTube video that kind of emerged recently that said American soldiers were very bad to some of our people here too in Arsuk, which is a small settlement in here. Some of the elders that remember them also said, well, those guys were really not that good. So it really doesn't matter what happened between Denmark and Greenland. We'll figure that out. Denmark and Greenland is fine as we are. We will figure it out. If we want to be independent, Greenlanders should be able to decide that, not with pressure from a superpower somewhere. And we are well aware that if we became independent tomorrow, he would just invade us because he would have no problems with NATO, Europe, you know, everything else. So I think he's banking sort of in a very insulting way that Greenlanders are like stupid, uneducated people who doesn't follow the news around the world, and we're not. It's the exact opposite. We're going to be here hundreds of years after Donald Trump. Even if he invaded us, I think we would just wait him out like bad weather. Everyone here knows that the weather decides. If we get a storm, we may have to hunker down for a day or two, and we will hunker down for a year or two, or even 10 years or 20 years, and then we would go back to Denmark as soon as Trump and his likes were gone. Everyone wants a peaceful solution. Donald Trump is the only one who seems to want to fight, and I don't even think the American military would want to fight. It just seems crazy and unhinged. It seems like he's going to pay off some of his wealthy donors so he can run for president a third time, to be honest. That's what most Greenlanders are thinking. We don't know, but that's what we're thinking. They already did a poll last year. 6% only was pro-American. I have seen a lot of videos on social media lately where they are saying, I'm sorry, I was wrong about MAGA, I was wrong about America. So I would think it would be even less percent now. So only 6% a year ago, and I think probably even fewer now. 85% overwhelmingly said no last year. As I said, I think the percentage is higher now. So no. Decisively no. Nobody wants NATO to be pitted against each other. Nobody. I mean, nobody, except maybe Donald Trump, and nobody knows why. We're thinking, is he too good friends with Putin, or what is happening here? Nobody wants Greenland to be a battleground. But we have seen a lot of nations kind of step up, and as I mentioned, they're trying to do the last friendly gesture towards America, as well as displaying we do actually have military capabilities. We still want to be friends. But as you saw today, the Canadian Prime Minister, he went to China to try and make new relations. So if Donald Trump wants a new world order, okay, then that's what he's going to get. 74% of Americans, ordinary Americans, do not want to invade Greenland. And I think probably amongst those 74%, most of the military capability is probably in there because they know they would be attacking a NATO ally. They know they would be going into a European country. And since World War II, you know, the Western Hemisphere has kind of banded together. So it's very weird that he's trying to do that. Some Europeans are hoping that maybe he's just trying to get them to really amp up their military quick. I don't think so. I think he wants Greenland, but we'll see.
Have you noticed how we've not built any new cemeteries? Like any city, town you go to, they still have the same cemeteries they've had for hundreds of years. And people pass away all the time, yet these cemeteries never seem to fill up. There are always open plots of land where you can bury someone. So where are the bodies? Where are they going? What's happening to them? I've got this interesting theory that I've heard. Now, in the 1970s, there was this movie called Soylent Green. Now, Soylent Green was this movie starring Charlton Heston, and it was about this futuristic city in which the world had become overpopulated. They had destroyed the oceans, they had destroyed the earth, and times were really rough. And none of the people in the city could afford to buy any groceries. They couldn't afford just the normal things we get every day at the store. So, in order to keep them from starving, they were sold this very cheap stuff that was made in the factory. It was like a squared cracker or ration, and it was called Soylent Green, or yellow or red. And the people, because they were hungry, because they were starving, they would protest like every day. They would go out into the streets and have these huge protests. But these trucks would come around, and they would pick them up and take them away. And all these people were like disappearing. So Charlton Heston's character, who is this detective, he starts investigating this mysterious case, which leads him to the factory where they make this Soylent Green. And what he discovers is that the Soylent Green is made from humans. And when you kind of look around now, right, the same things are happening that happened in that movie, right? We are slowly destroying the oceans, the earth. Groceries have become unaffordable. They are now a luxury to most. And you wonder, the foods that we're getting that are so cheap that we're able to afford to buy, the only stuff that we can eat, what is it made of? Now, I'm curious what you think. Why do you think we are not building any new cemeteries?
Chosen one, I need you to hear me. And I need you to hear me good, okay? Do not engage. Do not engage. Do not give this shit show that we are all bearing witness to, that is the planet Earth, 1 Canadian cent of your motherfucking attention. Do not pay 1 Canadian penny of attention to anything that you are seeing in this fucking illusion. Chosen, well, you may not be able to see it yet, but if not, let me let you know, your energy is the only energy here. I'll say again, your energy is the only energy here available for anything, available for their food. Whether you know it or not, there are entities that eat your negative, low vibrational energies, specifically fear, specifically anxiety. Anxiety. They love you being anxious. That's a good meal for them. They love you being nervous, scared, fearful. That's what they eat. They had a planet full of energy. Even the humanoid beings they created is shit, right? But all the energy on this planet is dead except for yours, chosen one. This is why I made a video a while ago talking about the movies depicting how Greek gods would die when they were not being worshipped. That is the system. That's how you break the system. You don't pay it any attention. You can clearly see that there's panic all throughout the plane. They nervous, they scared, their butt is tight. Clearly they know something. Clearly they know something. They're going through great lengths to drum up your energy. I don't have to start naming the examples, but the main point that I'm trying to get across to you, no matter what the fuck you see, you remain in a place of not only peace, but exuberant joy. Yeah, I need you to get happy, chosen one. That's how we win. I need you to be extremely happy. I need you to be loving the dog shit out of your partner if you have one. Love them down like you ain't never loved them before. I don't care if you've been together with them for 50 years. Treat it like it's the first day you met them and love them down. Get happy, get horny, eat good, drink good, smoke good. It's a celebration, bitch, and do not divert your energy outside of your joy. They are trying to get you to manifest shit. That may be something you're not familiar with. They need you to manifest because your energy is the only energy. These motherfuckers don't have power like that. They got 3D power. They got tanks and guns, but they don't got no more magic. The magic is you. You running this shit and they just running around it. We can have a mass meditation and end all this shit today, but ain't none of y'all down for that. And that's fine. But whatever you do, don't give this shit any of your attention, okay? They are trying to manifest things with your fear, chosen one. They need you specifically. 144,000. They need you specifically scared. They need you to be thinking about these things, nervous, scared, with anxiety, so that they can create it, so that you can create it. Okay, this shit is already done. It's already over. It's already split. They're trying to drag you into whatever timeline that they going to. I don't know what the fuck's going on with them. All right, but they're trying to drag you into that timeline. What does that sound like? Don't that sound like how they described the end of the world in the Bible, where Satan was trying to drag you into his shit? Anyway, these motherfuckers know that this shit is checkmate. These motherfuckers know that this is over. And these motherfuckers know something else that I don't know. But they know something that we don't. And that is what is the cause of the panic. I'm even seeing panic with the gang stalkers that I interact with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the panic in their energy. As above, so below. As within, so without. There's panic. And ain't that something? I don't got a lick of panic in me. Are you panicking? Yeah, get your popcorn out. Get your popcorn out. Okay? You don't have nothing to worry about. There's a reason you have been preserved this long. There's a reason that you have overcome the things that you have overcome. You've been protected, divinely selected, never rejected. There's a reason. We here, baby. This is what it was all for. We here. We at the prom, bitch. We at the fucking prom. Let's dance. It's time to dance. And the way that you dance, the way that you win, is you get calm, you get cool, and you get your favorite snacks and watch the movie. Because it's getting good. The movie's getting better by the second, baby.